Joining us now, our PBA legend and sports desk basketball analyst, point laureate, Coach Ronnie Magsanoc, and our correspondent, Ms. Pauline Verzosa. Good morning, Pauline, and good morning, Coach Ronnie.
Hi, Dre.
Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, welcome back. Okay, tapos na ang finals, but in a series filled with a lot of blowout wins, blowout games. Isa lang yung naging dikit, Coach Ronnie. Did you expect Game 6 to be this and to go in favor of Ginebra? Because a lot of people thought na, mag-Game 7 yan.
Yun ang akala
gusto,
ng marami,
akala,
yun ang gusto ng marami. Pero para kila Coach Team ko, nakasilip sila ng butas eh. Did I expect it to be a Ginebra win? Hindi mo masasabi eh. Sa takbo ng serye, yung nananalo nga, hindi kadalasan nakakukuha ng next game, di ba? But winning 3 games against San Miguel says a lot about what Ginebra has done. It's hard to expect anything from the series based on what we have
Blowout pa yung kagabi.
Lumayo eh. I think the juggernaut and the separation happened in the third quarter, di ba? 27-8, hindi na napigil. And eventually, kumbaga, bago matapos yung fourth quarter, alam mo na hindi na makakabalik ang San Miguel.
Sabi nga ni Coach Tim Con, diba, it was a humiliating loss, diba, Pawi, din nung after tinambakan sila ng San Miguel games 2 and 3, pero bawim-bawi naman, 4, 5, and 6. He never got it. Tingnan natin, what a turnaround. Here are the stats for Game 6. Kitang-kita naman natin dito na nawala talaga ang pinaka-evident dito, Coach Ronnie, yung 3-point shooting ng SMB. Tatlo dyan, galing kay Brian Eruela, Marshall Lassiter was 0 for 7 from beyond the arc. Pawi, may mga binanggit ba ang Ginebra on whether they really focused and addressed to limit the three-pointers of San Miguel?
Well, it's not just the 3-pointers that they wanted to limit. It's just their overall offensive scoring. Sabi ka ni Coach Tim, at the half, they only scored 35 points, but they were still in the game, and they were amazed by that. He said, this is exactly where we want to be. This is the kind of game we want to play, a low-scoring one, a grind-out kind of game. So in the second half, they just wanted to focus on being a defensive-oriented kind of team. So he just told them, let's get a little lead in the second half. And then before they knew it, they looked up and they said, wow, we could actually win this thing. So they were also amazed, but it was really, just pressuring them and making sure they didn't get their open shots.
Coach Ronnie, Ginebra, I guess, tama nga yung sabi ni Pawi, didn't really expect coming in, but, when nakita nila yung scoreboard siguro ng third quarter, we can actually finish this. And your thoughts on that, na Ginebra, ayaw na namin mag-Game 7, tatapusin na namin dito sa Game 6. And, fueling from that third quarter run, fourth quarter, it was over.
You have to go back to the closeout of the second quarter dahil I thought that San Miguel had chances to increase what ended up to be a 1-point lead heading to the third. Bago natapilok si Balkman, may chance pa silang, kumbaga 10 lamang nun eh. Napanatili na sa 8 hanggang 10, meaning you have a 3-possession lead heading to the third. So kung hindi maganda yung labas mo off the gate sa third quarter, meron kang buffer, may puhunan ka. But eventually, nakascore ang Ginebra, nasaktan si Balkman, nakashoot si Brownlee sa huli. At whatever advantage na ibinuhos ng second unit, dahil yung second unit ang feeling ko nagpalamang sa San Miguel doon eh, nawala. And the third quarter was a nightmare for San Miguel. Their small men continued to bleed for points. Ginebra's defense was at its best at the start of the third.
Impeccable.
And anytime you limit a team that scored 260 points in 2 games to 8 points in a quarter, it simply means you are determined. 2, the effort is there. And 3, you're really out to close things out. Namuhunan sila eh. Talagang hindi mo makikita at pagtingin mo, malaki na. Dahil ganun yun eh. Tapon, shoot. Sablay, shoot. Tapon, shoot. Ilan na yon? Tandaan natin si Jeff Chan, bumomba pa ng 2 tres sa second quarter. So, nung time na pwedeng lumamang yung San Miguel at hindi nila nagawa na panatili yung 10 puntos sa kalamangan, yun na yung sinasabi ni Pawi. Sa sinama-sama ng laro natin, dahil dumidepensa tayo, may isip ng players yun eh. At pag bumuhos pa sila, makukuha nila. And that is exactly how it happened and what happened dun sa third all the way to the first 6 minutes of the fourth.
Yeah, grabe nga. If you think about it, San Miguel, a powerhouse team like San Miguel, scoring 77 points in the finals.
Hindi mo magagawa yan.
Do or die.
May team Cone eh. So, it's about adjustments. And that's why, kung ang nakikita lang ng mga nanonood ay yung tambakan, sabi ko nga sa mata ng coaches, marami silang nakikita. And it's a battle of adjustment, making the necessary change in matchups, and talking to your players, giving them a different perspective based on how you see things, what happened during the game, and what happened after. Because dun mo lang makikita yung totality Dahil, kumbaga ni-review mo na yun nangyari.
Of course, the finals MVP, well-deserved, Scotty Thompson. Let's take a look at his numbers throughout the series. And Pao, you also got to speak to Scotty. And we heard him say na-overwhelm siya na siya yung MVP. Grabe naman kasi yung numbers. May mga ibang games na hindi siya nag-produce offensively, but grabbing rebounds, assists. What are the other players saying about Scotty Thompson's performance in his young career in the finals?
Well, Dre, if Scotty was overwhelmed, everyone else wasn't. They expected him already to, have a great outing in this finals. Justin Brownlee even called Scotty as, he's like Superman sometimes. He gets the team excited. He's not the biggest guy on the floor, but his rebounding energy translates to the team and really affects and boosts their morale. Scotty happens to be good at all the little things. That's what Justin said, and that's what makes him special. So he loves his effort. His energy is really unmatched on the court. Meanwhile, for Coach Tim Cone, he says Scotty just really embodies the never say die attitude, and that's what he loves about Scotty.
And he even did mention at one point, sabi niya parang Russell Westbrook daw maglaro si Scotty. And hindi na tayo nagugulat dyan, Coach Ronnie, dahil in the NCAA, nag-average din niya ng triple-double. He was producing monster numbers. Is it safe to say that Scotty Thompson is indeed the future face of this franchise, Coach
Well,
Ronnie?
no doubt. Sabi nga ni Pawi, sakto eh. Sakto. Baka yan ang maging moniker niya, Scotty NSD Thompson. Di ba? So, para sa akin, hindi ako nagugulat, hindi ako nagtataka. Dahil sabi ko, ang commitment ni Scotty is to be the hardest working player every time out in practice. And that always translates into something really positive pagdating sa laro. He's consistent sa kanyang effort, he's selfless, he's a hard worker. Saka walang yabang yung batang yan eh. And that's why he has been rewarded. In a big stage, in the biggest stage, it's so hard to perform and to perform at a high level on a consistent basis. Has he done it? Yes. Has he emerged from being a star to a PBA superstar? Yes. This is where you make your name. This is where you separate the chokers from the performers. And right now, he's a big-time performer who's been rewarded. How many times do you see someone get the rebound and get cheered on by MVP chants? No? Hindi naman siya 30-point scorer. Bihira yan. He is a rare breed. He is a special player. And he has stepped up to the plate to assume the NSD, probably moniker,
Yeah,
and the face of the franchise for the rest of the years to come.
And he is easy to play with, according to the other players.
Bait
Before
na bata yan.
before we go on break, Pawi, any update? May yung victory party ng Barangay Ginebra, kasi may pa-fans day ba ulit ang Gin Kings?
Automatic yan. Automatic yan.
Sure, Bull. Okay.
Well, no word yet when
kailan.
exactly
Okay,
it is,
alright.
but I heard it's probably next week.
Okay. All right. So, Coach Ronnie, why the nodding when I mentioned Scotty's numbers? Why
Mahirap yun eh. Mahirap yun. Siguro magagawa mo pa isa-isang laro, di ba? Pero yung consistency, saka yung timing eh. Di ba? Ang ganda panuurin. Saka aliw na aliw yung mga tao dahil sa effort na binibigay niya, yung out-jumping, being at the right place at the right time. Saka yung mga pasa na no-look ni Scotty, ganda rin tignan.
Of course, up next is the Governor's Cup, and Bawi Ginebra is already looking forward to defending
Ako po!
their crown in the Import-Laden Conference. Tell us more about this, Pao.
Well, yeah, actually last night, Coach Tim said that they're ready to get back to business. Kung last night, sabi nga niya, they are the kings of the PBA, they are the champions. After last night, they go back to just being the Gin Kings. So they're already looking forward to defending their crown in the Governor's Cup and completing a three-peat. I think we also have this soundbite from Coach Tim Cone, so let's take a look at this.
Governor's Cup, we're the two-time defending champions of that team, that conference, and Justin's going to have a huge target on his chest by all the other imports, and he is the measuring stick, and it's going to be a tough one for us, but we like the challenge, and we love the challenge. We said from the beginning we love the challenge of playing San Miguel in the finals, and I think we're going to love the challenge of trying to win this next conference as well.
Coach Ronnie,
Pwede naman sila magpahinga muna.
you know very well the Gin Kings. Dalawang beses yung nakaharap sa finals, sa Governor's Cup, Meralco, of course. Looking ahead, what should Ginebra work on during the break? Is there something else they should work on with their import? Justin Brownlee still there.
Mahirap payuhan si Coach Tim.
No, but, and yung fatigue, I think, will that also be a factor defending their crown here after winning a title sa Commissioner's Cup?
Alam mo, yung fatigue factor against the Gin Kings, specifically on Justin Brownlee, matagal na namin pinapanalangin sana mangyari yun eh. Pero sa nakita namin, I believe he'll be a resident import for the Gin Kings at least in the next 5 to 6 years. Why? Kasi he embodies the Bobby Parks, Sean Chambers, Norman Black template, di ba? Hindi napapagod, hindi umaangal, hindi nakakainis. So, yung inaasahan natin na mapagod o pagod yung Ginebra, hindi, dahil they will be doubly motivated to try and win its second crown in 3 conferences. Nobody has done that in the last few years except San Miguel. Now they have a chance to be the best team for the year and give Coach Tim Cone another Coach of the Year award. Of course, para sa amin, ang mga kalaban nila, ayaw namin mangyari yon. But the reality is, Ginebra is going to be the team to beat. And another critical factor that we have to think about is San Miguel will be triply motivated dahil hindi natatalo ng second conference yan eh. Ibig sabihin, at the back of their minds, this is the last jewel for the year. At babawi. Diyan na ulit si AZ Reed.
That's right.
Maraming comeback imports, kaya patuloy kaming maghahanda dahil si Coach Tim hirap talunin.
Yeah, since you touched on it, AZ Reed coming back with San Miguel, and he has won a title with San Miguel
Si
also.
AZ, di ba?
Yeah,
Pauline
AZ.
Verzosa, oo.
Your thoughts on AZ Reed dito sa San Miguel? Of course, sabi mo nga, babawi yan dito
Babawi yan.
in this conference. Kumbaga, siguro nga, baka sa isip nila, okay, kinuha ng Ginebra sa amin yung titulo namin sa Commissioner's Cup.
Yes.
You want to get the Governor's Cup as
Correct.
well.
Laging ganun eh. Sabi nga natin eh, wala namang sister team talaga except on paper. Wag mo na kaming takutin, Dre. Mabigat kalaban si Arizona Reed. This has been, I believe, in the country in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Before he played for San Miguel, was already an achiever para sa rain or shine. So, teams to beat, imports that we have to measure with, yan na yan eh. And we're hoping that AD can carry us once again all the way to the championship battle.
Yes, you still do have Durham there, the Hulk. Okay, Coach Ronnie, final thoughts on the Commissioner's Cup. What a conference we just had.
Alam mo, Dre, yung success ng Ginebra, I think started when they were very behind to start the conference. I think the change to bring in Justin Brownlee was the first step, no? And anytime you're able to hurdle, yung biggest obstacle na baka hindi ka makatawid sa quarters, nabubuhayin yung kumpiyansa ng players at nare-reinforce yung thinking ng coach that I am on the right track. Pareho silang mabagal ang simula, pareho silang mahirap yung pinanggalingan, and these two teams were not at the top of the heap after the quarterfinals, but eventually ended up facing each other. What are my thoughts? It's not easy winning a PBA championship. It's not easy winning a PBA title on a multiple basis, and it's not easy being Coach Tim Cone. I have to pay tribute to Coach Tim and Coach Le because coaching involves resilience. Coaching involves total commitment, and coaching involves sacrificing a lot of things, including sometimes your family and whatever time that there is on a personal basis. But they have been able to do this. They have been rewarded, and I salute them for what they have contributed to Philippine basketball and for what they have accomplished through the many years of watching them, coaching against them, playing against Coach Tim when I was still in the program. So, gusto ko lang i-honor yung nagawa nila pareho.
Yeah.
Coach Leo, naging teammate ko. Dahil natutuwa ako for them, natutuwa ako sa binigay nilang entertainment and competition sa ating mga basketball fans in the last 2.5 weeks.
Of course, Coach Leo Astra, 6-1 in the finals now. And
They will be motivated to come back strong in the third
they will be
conference.
really motivated.
Yes.
How about you, Pawi, personally? Ano yung biggest takeaway mo from covering this conference?
Well, Andre and Coach Ronnie, this is my first PBA actually coverage.
The first
you know.
of many.
The first of many. Yeah,
Hopefully. But yeah, it was just an amazing experience, you know, getting to see all the storylines, the intensity. Sabi mo nga, Coach, it's not easy winning a PBA
Oh, no,
title.
no.
That's what I really saw. And you getting to hear stories of victory, defeat, heartbreak,
Yes.
redemption from the players and coaches. It was a really rewarding experience, and I look forward to covering the Governor's Cup.
Looking forward to being in the Governor's
It has also been a pleasure having you both. Thank you so much, and for sure it won't be the last. Thank you, Coach Ronnie, and thank you, Pawi. Again, we just had PBA legend and Sports Desk basketball analyst, one and only point laureate, Coach Ronnie Magsanoc, and our correspondent, Miss Pauline Verzosa. We're going to stop the clock for a bit, but we've got more sports for you. Later, we check out reactions to Barangay Ginebra's big win in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. We've also got football news as Ceres Negros sees its reign as the top club in Southeast Asia come to an end. This is Sports Desk on CNN Philippines. Keep it there.